both sides. I do see that we are live. We're actually happy. And then, of course, we're catching stream golden. I don't see no issue. So, hey, it looks good on our end. That means we're live on both channels tonight, which is what we were hoping for. For those of you on the Dragon Blogger side as well, welcome into the stream. And how are you guys all doing this evening? Lois, good evening. Justin, good evening. Welcome to the show, of course. Guys, it's been so great to see that we are getting to multi-stream again. And I love it. Love it. With that, guys, phenomenal show for you tonight. You're going to notice that there's this bright curtain of lights back here. If these lights bother anybody or if you guys think they need shut off, let me know at any time. They're permanently fixed right now and I cannot take them down. Oh, that's a long story, guys. Long story. All right, guys. Welcome again. Welcome to the Jackery pre-prime gaming time, right? Pre-prime. This is the pre-prime show, pre-prime sales. You guys are not going to want to miss these sales. And some of these products you probably want to pick up before prime hits because I'm telling you, they're going to fly fast. Now, with that, we always start the show off showing you guys what usually comes with these kits that you get. Now, you may get just a random cable in a box or you may get a carrying pouch like this. If you get a carrying pouch system, you're going to get multiple cables inside that piece. It'll be like a variation of a wall plug like this, the standard 3-prong wall plug like that. Or you may get a variation of, let's say, cigarette car lighter charging cable with that. That's actually kind of cool as well. Now, another variation may be an 80-20 to 79, or the 70-92 splitter. So you'll get a variation of that with this. Now, with that being said, I want to mention the banner that is down there rotating for you. If you purchase anything over $1,000 tonight, you're going to get 5% off by using that code down there in that banner. We also got 2 prime pictures of those best price deals tonight. First and foremost is going to be the E1000 V2 at $499, which is an amazing deal. You're also going to see the other power station down there with a couple solar panels at another amazing price point. Now, we will have somebody post those for you guys in chat, so you guys have a copy of those as well with that. Whew, that was a lot to say. Anybody else want to talk? Oh, I'm all good. Hey, thank you, Lois, for posting that. Justin, if you would like to share that on our side, it would be copacetic. Now, we're going to start this off, guys, with this beautiful little piece right here. This is the 100 Plus power station. Now, the Jackery Explorer 100 Plus is a palm-sized powerhouse. Now, I say that at a grain of salt. Palm size, fits in your hand. 2 pounds of weight, so lightweight. LifePo for sales, but what's best on top of it is of course, TSA approved, guys. TSA approved. Now, TSA approved means it can actually go through TSA checkpoints, so you can use it on a plane, train, or, of course, a bus if you have to go through those checkpoints. It is going to come with a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. This cable is 100 watts pass-through, so you will allow for 100 watts either direction with that if you need be. You're also going to get, of course, the DC to USB-C plug. This is going to be for your solar panel charging capabilities. Now, with this 99 watt-hour power, 31,000 milliamps, you're going to get dual USB-C ports. Those USB-C ports are going to do 100 watts charging either way, in or out capability. You're also going to get a USB-A port at 18 watts max as well with that. Now, you do have, of course, a display button, and I'm going to look at that to see it, to hit it, and you're going to see it's got about 67%. You're also going to notice that it's got some fingerprints on there. Let's just clean it off real quick, right? Act like a monster and clean it for you guys. Look at that. 67%. So, really cool piece. Now, you should be able to use this to charge your cell phone like an iPhone 14 Pro Max approximately 6 times, which is a great amount of runtime. You'll be able to run your... let's go here, guys. I like to bring this up because I love my Nintendo Switch. But you'll get about 4.5 hours of the Nintendo Switch by itself. You're going to get about 3.5 hours if you plug a Nintendo Switch and a portable monitor into this on top of that. Now, we always talk about other things that technically you could actually run off this and charge off of it. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. You could actually put a laptop on this if you really wanted to. You should be able to get like 6 hours on a MacBook Pro runtime. I'm going to attempt to grab something real quick without making a mess, but you could probably even do like the AOC, Acer Magic laptop as well, probably about 6 hours of runtime. This would make a great pairing. Now, no, this is not going to fully charge this device. Well, it actually might fully charge this one, but my other devices, it may not fully charge it. But it'll give you a good runtime when you don't need to, and that's actually a good pairing. I mean, look at the size with this. So you have 15.5-inch laptop, and you guys can use that little power station to power it up out on the go. That's kind of cool. You don't have to worry about, like, let's say, let's not drop that laptop. You don't have to worry about having your actual other power cables and other stuff like that. You don't have to worry about plugging into random ports on the go with this. Now, this does have several forms of protection. It's got overcharged circuitry and everything else in there with it. It's got a Class 9 drop protection, fire retardant, not fireproof, guys. So fire retardant means it can handle a temperature up to a certain point, all right? Does have, like I said, forms of protection, 6 of them. It's going to do about 2,000 charge cycles over the next few years, but that's when it drops down to about 80% battery capacity. At 80% battery, it's still going to charge and still run, but for the first 2,000 charge cycles, it's going to be 100% battery with that. Guys, $89. This is 40% off today. This is a phenomenal deal of a palm-sized package. So if you guys are looking for something like this, Jackery's got you covered on that one. I'm going to attempt to set it on the ground, and I'm going to try to move my laptop so I don't break it. You guys, if a lot of you know me, you know that I'm not a laptop person, so that's like one of the very first laptops I've had, so I'm going to be kind of careful with it. So any questions about the 100 Plus, guys? Don't see no questions. Justin, everything looks good, so you probably can add the other channels if you want. All right, with that, guys, we're going to move on to what's called the 240 V2. Now, what does the V2 mean? V2 means version 2. That's right, version 2. So they updated it. They added some new technology. They added some other cool stuff. But they did it in an 8-pound package. I like this. This is a really, really cool piece. 8-pound package, right? So LiFePro 4 cells, has a flashlight on the front. Flashlight can be controlled by an app. Now you can use the Jackery app to turn on all of these devices. You have a 3-prong AC outlet. You also have the dual USB-C ports, a 100-watt port and a 15-watt port. You also have a 15-watt USB-A port, and they are all individually switched by hitting a button, and it turns it on. Now you also have that 12-volt 10-amp plug and this beautiful screen as well. Handle that folds up and can be carried away. Now, all of these devices do have silicone pads on the bottom. They may be different on each one, but you do have silicone pads with this. Now, on this one, it's got a 3-prong wall plug that's going to actually allow you to wall charge it. Now, for connecting solar panels to this, you're going to use the 100-watt USB-C port with, of course, that adapter right there to plug in, and you'll plug it into your solar panel. Now, the cool part is, guys, you can actually charge this in under an hour time, because it's got what's called Charge Shield 2.0. Charge Shield 2.0 gives you that quick charge rate at fast charging super speeds. Now, you can adjust that down to slower charge speeds in the app if you want with that. Now, multiple points of connection. AC outlet that does 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600. You're going to be able to run a Bluetooth speaker for about 16 hours off of this. You'll be able to charge about 12 iPhone phones or so. A laptop, I'm going to go here, guys. Your laptop, you might be able to run it probably 12 hours tops, maybe depending on the laptop with that. About 4 to 5 drone batteries and capabilities with this. Now, the 240 V2 is about $179 by itself, which is a great deal. It's a phenomenal price point, a phenomenal deal that's going to do very, very well for a lot of different things, like running your house fan, playing the light bulb for about 20 hours, right? You need lights, so you got to actually have it. What would be really cool is, how we had that big storm hit. Those people could use a little bit of power to charge a phone or just to get them through a little bit. This would be a great option to do that, to charge your phone, have a little flashlight or something of the source. This isn't a great option, but would really recommend it is adding a solar panel to this kit. And the solar panel we're going to add to this is actually what's called the Mini 40 and the 240 V2. The Mini 40 is just that. It's a mini portable solar panel that can fit in your backpack. Hey, Bubberman, what's up, buddy? So the mini solar panel is fully waterproof, water resistant, and harsh and wet weather. Can be used in the rain and not have to worry about it. It is, of course, a monocrystalline solar cell that's going to do about 23% efficiency in converting light to power. This is an 11-pound package total. 11 pounds total, max weight between it, the cable, and, of course, the station. Can you believe that? 11 pounds. You don't have to worry about it. Now, I'm going to set down the 240 V2 for a second and kind of show you the panel. The panel, of course, does have this nice little magnetic clasp that holds it closed. It's got these beautiful little tie-down rings that's going to allow you to tie it down to keep it from moving away or just holding it if you want. Now, it's a tri-fold design. So, tri-fold design, quad panel. This is your panel. Now, hopefully my voice didn't cut out when I blocked my face, but this is a cool piece right here. This is an amazing piece. It's going to do 40 watts of charging capability for you, and it's going to work out well. This will pair great with that 240 V2. Now, normally that package is about $349. Tonight is $249. You're going to get this and, of course, that 240 V2. The 240 V2 is going to allow you to run, flat screen 60-inch flat screen TV for about 4 hours. Your Wi-Fi router, 14 to 15 hours. Your heated blanket for 3.5 hours. Or your pet heating pad for 6 hours. This is an amazing package. Now, with this little beauty right here, it's going to take about 7.5 hours to charge the 240 V2. But it can do it because it's got that capability in this palm-sized little device. 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, half-inch thick. It's literally the size of a notebook. This is what I would call the perfect combination. This is a really, really amazing combination. It also pairs well with like the 300 plus station as well, and we'll get into that later. So if you guys look in 240 V2, Heather Espinoza. I actually know a Heather Espinoza. I don't think that's you, but I do know one. It was actually a really decent day. I stood up on top of a table and got yelled at by my wife because I was on top of the kitchen table, hanging these lights about 12 feet high. But, I do everything for a purpose. She's watching too. So 240 V2, great price point, about 29% off. An amazing little piece right there. So I think we're moving into the 300 range. Yes, we are. So the 300, I'm going to grab the 300. This is a cool one. Do have it sitting here. This is another nice palmed size package. Now, 7 pounds of weight is all this weighs. Does have a fixed handle, 293 watt hours of power in this one. Now, the 293 watt hours of power is actually going to do an amazing amount. Has 2 AC outlets. Those 2 AC outlets are going to have 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600. You do have 2 USB-A's and 1 USB-C port. That USB-C port is a 60 watt in and out port. It is capable of charging devices or charging this device with it. So it's a 2-way power source. Now you do have a DC plug. That's where you're going to actually use like the round DC cabling plug right here for the solar panels. And you'll plug it in just like that, and then you'll connect the other side to, of course, the piece. This will actually work with the same. Now, of course, power to light be more. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I like that idea. Justin, I am going to recommend that you should actually get either the 1000 V2 or the 600 plus. You're going to love those 2 stations with a little bit more power, a little more connectivity, but still a very lightweight system. I do recommend that one, buddy. Now, you still have that 12 volt 10 amp plug over here, which is actually kind of cool. I like these. Yeah, exactly. I'm running Keystone lights off of these power stations right now. So all the lights that you guys are seeing that lights up this table is all off of the power stations right now. All right, let's get back into this. 3.5 hour charge rate on a wall plug, though. It does take a little bit more to charge this one because it's it's a little bit of their older technology, but still does very well. Now, with the full charge, guys, you're going to do well. 3.5 hours on a wall plug, or 2 hours if you use the wall plug and the USB-C port. With the full charge, you should be able to run let's say a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours of runtime. You should be able to do 6 to 7 to 8 drone batteries, depending on the drone. 15 to 16 DSLR batteries, or like Justin just said, he's actually getting about 40 hours of runtime off of LED light boards, which is kind of cool for making beads. And I kind of like that idea. These have a lot of really good purposes to do that because it is lightweight, portable, and all of that other cool stuff. It's amazing. And yeah, so Justin, my lights, these Keystone lights, I don't know. Let's see if I can show you guys. So I have a Keystone light right here. You see this? This is a 3-watt draw. This Keystone light does a 3-watt draw, and I'm running it off of these power stations. Now, I'm going to try and set it back up so it's actually shown on the table. But yeah, so I have all of these on here. At 45-watt house fan, you're going to get a few hours of runtime with that. CPAP machine, you should pretty much get 6 to 7 hours or more. And I'm going to tell you guys, it really depends on the CPAP machine. Some CPAP machines take less power. Some of the newer ones are lower draw power, which is kind of cool. Wiley, what's up, buddy? Man, it's good to see everybody. It's amazing to see you guys. So right here, 300 is a beautiful one. $259. This is actually really, really cool. You can, yeah, so mine has the heated tube as well. But it also has a low draw power switch on it. Of course, I don't use that CPAP machine because I don't have the hoses. Can you put the volume on? Sorry. Got a big baby sleeping in there. Is my volume low? Is my microphone low? If my microphone is low, let me know. Sheila says she needs my volume up higher. Oh, can't put the volume on. No. All right, never mind. Yeah, I just saw that. Itty bitty riding. So this is a cool one, guys. I like the 300. 300's amazing little piece. Nice, lightweight, portable. Can be used for mini fridges, flat screen TVs, multiple purposes, and of course, silicone pads. This is a good one for you guys. So, definitely worth asking questions. I've had plenty of hands-on time with these power stations, so it's actually really cool. Nope, all good, Sheila. Gotcha. I misread what you said. And the reason I misread that is because me and Justin were messing with my mic so much, I got scared. All right, let's talk about 500. We're going to go into a little bit bigger of a power station that should run your CPAP machine all night without a problem. You're going to get a full night's sleep with this. Now, with that being said, we're going to drop over to this table. We're going to look at it and be like, dude, what's he doing back there? Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about that one right in the middle. That is a beautiful, beautiful power station. That is the 500. Now, the Jackery Explorer 500 is a 13-pound package. So, yes, it does weigh a little bit more, but it is still perfectly weighted, so you don't have to worry about it. It's not super heavy, so most people should still be able to carry it around. Now, with it, it goes back to the single AC outlet plug, but it does do 500 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 1,000. Now, with the 500, it is 518 watt-hours of power. It is the original lithium-style battery with the fixed handle, but does have a flashlight built onto the side. That flashlight on the side is right here. Of course, if I turn it on, you guys are going to see it. If I hold it down, SOS pattern is going to come on. Now, we're going to shut that SOS off, and we're going to flip it back over. Now, with it, you do have that single AC outlet on the front. Of course, I didn't move it back far enough so you guys can see it. You also have 3 USB-A ports. Now, the USB-A port on this is actually 2.4 amp, 5-volt 2.4 amp. So decently well, should charge your phones or anything else with it. It's just not going to do like 18 watts of charging capability, all right? So not super fast charging capability. Now, it does have 3 DC plugged outputs. It also has 1 DC plug input. That 1 DC plug input... Yeah, that's going to bug me. There you guys go. I did not realize it was still being blocked. All right, well, let's get into this, though. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. The charge time on the 500 is 5.5 hours on a wall plug. It is 5.5 hours on a car outlet. It has the original charging station ports and system in it. It is a little bit longer, but not super long. So I still say it's very, very still well done system for it. If you have like the 100-watt solar panel, the 100-watt solar saga panel is going to allow you to charge this device in approximately 7.5 hours on the outside solar charging capability. It's the runtime that you're going to actually really love this piece for. So let's say you guys want to run that laptop, right? You're going to be able to run a laptop for about 30 hours of runtime off of this. CPAP machine, 10 hours plus, no problem. Mini cooler, 9 hours. Flat screen TV, 7-ish hours. Now, it is, of course, Halloween. Plug in your decorations and let your LED lights run off of it. Electric blanket, 4 hours. You know what? Let's go into this. For the campers, do you always have to have straight sun to charge? No, so the brighter the sun, the better the charge definitely is going to be. Most definitely. If you can find the brightest area of your yard with the most direct sun, yes. Now, if you have an overcast shadow or overcast clouds, it's not going to charge at a high rate, but it should still get a small charge to it. Now, with that being said, yes, the more light or the brighter part of the area that you have it in, the higher the higher the charge the solar panel is going to grab. So that's just kind of the way it is. I believe we have Lois in chat, and she can actually answer that probably with more technical use with that one for you if you need. So we need maybe a broadcast. That's pretty funny, Sheila. Now, for the campers, guys, if you guys like to go camping and you like to float the river and stuff, you can run an air compressor like the air pumps for your air mattresses and your inflatable rafts for about 8 hours off this, which is a great runtime. Now, 13 pounds, like I said, is not super heavy. It is 40% off. Normally a $500 price tag, it's $299. So it is a good price point of a product. But, you know, we could always go bigger. You guys want to go bigger? Let's talk about this. Jackery came out with a more current product called the 1000 V2. Now, if you guys have seen our shows before, we've showed you guys the original Explorer 1000. Now, the original Explorer 1000 is pretty much the big brother of the 500 that we were just showing you. Well, they decided to create version 2 of that system. The version 2 of that system is just that. It is a newer, updated system with a faster charge rate and more power. Now, if we bounce back here, you're going to be looking up there, and of course up top, and we're going to move over here, and we're going to talk about that one right there. That is the 1000 V2. Now, the 1000 V2 is going to do 1,070 watt hours of power on a full charge. Now, to get you to that full charge, they added Charge Shield 2.0. That is their new charging technology that's going to allow you to supercharge it in 1 hour of time. To have 1,070 watt hours of power in 1 hour of charge time is an amazing, amazing idea. Now, you can switch it into what's called quiet charging mode, which would take about 5 hours of charge time, or you can put it in what's called AC standard fast charging mode. Your AC standard fast charging mode is going to be a little under 2 hours with that on hand. Now, the 1000 V2 is an amazing little piece that's going to do a bunch of very cool stuff. Because you do have 3 AC outlets. Those AC outlets actually do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power. And at 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power, you can run a window AC off of this device. And now, I'm going to tell you, though, it can actually peak at 3,000 watts of power. So you can jump to 3,000 watts. Now, this is actually the product that is on a major sale tonight. Normally, an $800 price tag, it's $489. You heard that right, $489. Now, you're seeing that banner down there say $499. Amazon says $489. So you're actually saving a little bit more with that. So you're actually, it's really cool. Runtime. It's going to change and vary between the devices that you plug into this with that. About 74 phone charges, 14 hours on your laptop, 20 drone batteries, or, of course, a 10-watt Bluetooth speaker for about 50 hours, which is kind of cool. Now, of course, with this, you guys could run a coffee maker, electric grill, 12 hours with your heated blanket, or you can put it outside and run your mini fridge, your orbital sander, or of course 10 hours on that flat screen TV. Another cool part is use it as a reliable UPS with a 20 millisecond delay switchover, which is actually decently well done. Now, price point, like I said, $489 for the station by itself, but we also have it with solar panels. Now, the solar panel package that it's going to come with is their largest solar panel. It's going to come with the 200-watt Solar Saga. Now, that's where they upgraded and updated this system. You can actually run the 200-watt Solar Saga solar panel off of this. You can technically run two of them. You can actually do 400 watts of charging capability into this device, which means with two of the solar panels, you have it fully charged in 3 hours of time. Now, for that price point, it is actually $799 tonight, 38% off. It's normally about $1,300 if I can remember correctly for that. Now, that's a great deal. Now, we can get in a little bit closer. You guys can see the AC outlet. You guys can see, of course, the flashlight. You can also see the two USB-C ports and the USB-A port. Now, you do have the 100-watt USB-C port. You also have a 30-watt USB-C port. Now, you also have, I believe it's the 18-watt USB-A port and a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. Now, a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug cigarette lighter adapter can be used for multiple purposes. If you want to add, the cigarette plug that actually adds two more USB-C ports, do that. If you want to plug in your air mattress, do that. You want to plug in the handheld dust buster or vacuum cleaner, do that as well. It has the capability. Now, the weight ratio to this device does weigh a little bit, guys, so do know that the station alone has a little bit of weight for you, so it's going to carry around, and it's not going to be as light as the other ones. It's definitely not super, super heavy, but just going there with that. So you do have a little bit of weight. This will be perfect for road trips, your RVs, your toy haulers, just around the house emergencies, and all of that in between. Amazing piece, guys. Simplified. Now, like I said, it works with the app, and I'm going to pop over here onto the camera, and I'm going to drop stuff, of course, and I'm going to grab the piece I dropped, so bear with me. Drop cabling, but I also needed this. So we're going to grab the phone. We're going to pull up the Jackery app. So the Jackery app is right there, and it's actually paired up to two different devices. We have it connected up to the 2000 V2, and we actually have it connected up to the 3000 Pro. I'm going to tap this, and you guys are going to see that the 3000 Pro is going to pop on, and you're going to see the actual battery voltage. So you're going to see the battery charge that's left there. You're going to see the temperature the battery's running at, and you're going to see, of course, the 7 watts of draw. That is all I'm pulling off of that station, and I actually have two sets of LEDs connected up to that. I have the Govee lights and I have a Keystone light. Now, I can individually shut all these off, so if I pop over here and I hit that AC button, it's going to turn the lights off of that AC button with this app. I hit it again, it's going to take about 20 milliseconds, and then of course there's a light 10 millisecond delay, but then it'll come back on. Now with it, of course, it'd be the same with the DC plug, so if I want to shut off that DC plug, it will shut off my Keystone light, and then I can turn it back on. Now, for like the 1000 V2 system, it'll actually run, of course, the LED lighting. So you guys can actually run the LED lighting with that as well, which is amazing. To pair it up, we're going to go back here, guys. You see the little cross symbol up in the corner. You'll literally hit that cross symbol. It's going to come to another screen where it says, is the icon flashing? You're going to pop over here, and it's going to start scanning for the devices. Now, I don't have any other devices turned on at the moment, so you're not going to see those scanning for it. Simplified app, free, iOS and Android safe, so you guys can get it on the Apple Store or, of course, Google Play. App is amazing. So with that, guys, you can use it on the 1000 V2, which is beautiful. $799 for the 1000 V2 with solar panel, or you guys get, of course, the station itself by itself for $489. Amazing price point. Sure, Sheila, you can always share it around. I don't mind. What's up, Adam? This is exactly Adam. This is definitely why I'm not loud, because, you know, I do things like these with lithium batteries. What's up, my guy? How you doing? Any questions about that system, guys, please definitely ask. We're here with that. Now, we're going to go into their most current product. And this is a product that actually just dropped this last month. Now, this product is actually called the 2000 V2 because it's actually version 2 of the 2000 Power Station. Now, with the 2000 V2, guys, it actually jumps up and it actually has Charge Shield 2.0, can be used as UPS. But if we bop down here, you're going to notice, well, hey, that's not it. You're right. That's definitely not it. We're moving to the table. We're going to move some stuff out of the way. And then we're going to start moving cameras and stuff, right? So let's go into the 2000 V2. 2000 V2 is a really cool piece of technology right here. Ow, it does weigh a little bit. It is 39.5 pounds. Most of you should be able to still carry this. So not a big deal with that, of course, as well. Now, of course, it's got 3 AC outlets. It's going to do 2,042 watt-hours of power through the LiFePO4 cells. Now, with the LiFePO4 cell on this system, they actually created a new technology inside the housing of the device. It's actually a honeycomb system in the bottom of the shell that's going to keep each one of those individually LiFePO4 cells individually separated. That's going to actually help with vibration. It's going to help with shock. It's going to help with shear points. It's also going to help with condensing the size of this package down smaller than the original 2000, which is actually really cool that they can actually do that with this system. Now, some other really cool parts is yes, it's got, of course, the 2 USB-C ports. It's got the 100-watt charging capability port. It's got the 30-watt USB-C port. It's got the 18-watt USB-A port for like your MacBooks and other devices, right? You still have that 12-volt plug as well. That's going to allow you to do the cigarette lighter connections, charging capabilities. So let's say you're in your RV and you want to plug it into your cigarette lighter and charge it on a road trip. You can do that. Now, if you don't have that, you guys can do the USB-C to USB-C charging capable port. Or if you have a house plug like my Durango does, and you guys can plug it into your 3-prong AC outlet. The charge rate, guys, still, if you use what's called the emergency supercharging system, you can fully charge to the 2,042 watt-hours of power in a 1-hour charge rate, which is actually kind of cool. I like that it can actually do that with it. Now, of course, you guys can put it in the AC charging capability where it's going to do it in about under 2 hours, or you can put it in quiet mode. With quiet mode, it's going to do it in 5 hours at 22 decibels. With it, of course, you can still use the dual USB or the dual solar panels if you guys want with that as well. Now, the cell-to-body technology that we were talking about, the honeycomb system, is actually really cool that they designed that for this to actually compact the size. Now, with it, it also has what's called intelligent battery management systems. The BMS, or the intelligent battery management system, is going to determine the charge rate that the system charges to. It's also going to determine the actual the devices that are charging off of it. So let's say you have your iPhone plugged in and it only can draw 18 volts. That battery management system is going to determine that voltage, and it's only going to allow that to go in and out for that said product. That's going to stop it from spiking, peaking, or throwing unclean sine waves or pure power and destroying your devices, which is kind of cool that it can actually do that with the system. Now, it also will determine that your battery lifespan. So, let's say you're going to get, of course, I'm going to go a range of like 4,000 charge cycles, right? I'm just going to spread it off. I'm not sure this one is actually the 4,000 charge cycles, but that's what we're going to go with. So 4,000 charge cycles over the next 10 years, sort of say with that, which is kind of cool. Then it's going to drop down to about 80% battery. Now, my car actually runs a LiFePO4 cell or a lithium Yinglong cell. Those cells actually degrade after time, just like your standard car battery. Now, you should expect that your battery, after a long range of running, is actually going to degrade to a certain point. That battery will still run after that certain point, but it's never going to come back to 100% full charge rate with that, which is just one of them things, the way batteries work. Now, of course, this actually made it 34% lighter than the other variation, which is kind of cool with that. Charging time, of course, you guys can run multiple devices with this. So you can actually run your 520 watt refrigerator for multiple hours, approximately 4 to 5 hours with this. If you want to run a tea kettle, you can do that as well. Now, with it, you can do, like, let's say your sump pump or water pump that you keep your basement dry. That's going to take about 20 hours of runtime off of this device on top of it. It would also be great for, like, outdoor activities, for, like, your tree trimming, electric grills, coffee makers, vacuum cleaners, and vice versa. You could even do, let's say, your portable refrigerators. That's going to be like your 40-watt refrigerator, guys. You can run a 40-watt refrigerator for about 70 hours off of this, which is an amazing amount of runtime. Very sustainable, very clean energy, especially if you pair it with solar panels. The system by itself is $14.99 tonight. We do have a 5% code that you guys can use to get another 5% off of the final purchase with this. Now, what I can also say is we also have it in a package deal, where you're going to get this system and 2 of their largest solar panels. Now, their 2 or larger solar panels are going to be the actual Solar Saga 200 panels. This package is about $2,499. Still very, very great price point. Now, what I can tell you, though, is this is actually what's called it's called pre-release or pre-order. So you can order this now, and then it will be released on October 7th. If you guys want, you can also read that banner down below, and you might get extra discounts on October 7th for the 2000 V2 by itself or the 2000 V2 with solar panels. So you have those options, but I'm going to tell you, if you don't pre-purchase it, I guarantee these are going to fly quick. They're just going to move really quick from all the hands-on time I've had with these ones. So any questions about the 2000, please ask. I do apologize if you guys are hearing the fireworks outside. Somebody's lighting them off. It's New England. They do that. That's pretty funny. You guys hear the fireworks? I don't know if you guys can hear them, but it's actually, it's not bad. All right, so you guys want to move into the larger stations. We are running a little bit behind tonight, and that's because I'm having fun. We're going to move into the 3000 Pro, and that's the big standalone system. Now, we have the 3000 Pro package on here. It's coming with 2 solar panels and that system down below. Now, you're probably wondering what the 3000 Pro is, and it's actually that. Whoa, that camera just moved quick. It's that system right there. Now, the 3000 Pro is their largest standalone system. Standalone means it has no extra batteries. It's just the battery that it actually is inside the package. Now, this system does weigh 64 pounds. So the 3000 Pro is 64 pounds of weight. Now, at 64 pounds of weight, they thought about it and they were worried a little bit, so they added 2 large 3-inch wheels. Now, these large 3-inch how about now? Can you hear me now? So you're saying my microphone just completely died? Yep, mic died. My microphone just went. Yeah, the microphone died, guys. Let's start this back over. And the microphone just quit. Alright, so I was actually talking about the standalone system. And I'm talking about the large 3-inch wheels that they added to this that made it a suitcase design. The suitcase design means you guys can actually tip it, roll it, and you can take it pretty much anywhere. It'll roll across grass, it'll roll across dirt, carpet, concrete. It's going to go pretty much anywhere you need it. Now, it is a 64-pound package, though. Now, the one thing I saw a drawback was testing it on sand. So in sand, it actually drops down a little bit lower. It's going to drag because of the weight. So it does have a little bit with this. Now, the cool part is it actually has 5 AC outlets. Those 5 AC outlets are going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000 watts. What that means is for those people that like to use welding machines like a TIG or MIG welder, That welding machine usually draws around anywhere from 5,500 to 5,800 watts of power. You could plug a welder into this and run a welder for about an hour runtime off the 3,024 watt hours of power, which is amazing. Now, you have the 5 plugs. You have 4 standard 3-prong, and then you have that 5th one up there. You do have dual USB-C ports. Those are 100 watt ports. You also have dual USB-A ports at 18 watts ports as well with that. Now, on top of this, though, you also have, of course, that DC 12 volt 10 amp plug that you can add more plugs into if you really wanted to. The full thing can be fully charged in 2.5 hours on a wall plug, which is amazing charge time with this. Now, if you had, say, 6 of the solar panels, 3.5 hours out in the sun, it's fully charged. It comes with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels. Now, a variation of the devices that you could actually plug in and run off of this is anywhere ranging from a CPAP machine for about 300 hours to a microwave for 2.5 hours. Your 1150 watt 10,000 BTU ACs should be able to run for about 3 hours, or even if you want to, like that 520 watt double door refrigerator, 5 hours of runtime. For those of you that want to do a backyard party, like let's say you want to put a movie projector up, an inflatable movie screen, guys, over 21 hours of runtime. It is, of course, Halloween time. Plug in the solar panels, let it charge during the day, and run all of your inflatable decorations and lights off of it all night and not have a worry. It's going to give you guys a good amount of time. Now, you could run your garage off of this, your metal shops and everything. It has enough power to do that. You could be able to get like 6 hours on an angle grinder, 32 hours on a water pump, 3 hours on your weed eater, lawnmowers, 6 hours with drills, and vice versa. It's a very versatile piece. I really like this product because of the versatility of it and the size. Now, yes, it is a lot larger than some of the others, but it does do very, very well in its range. And the suitcase design, and it is super silent. I showed you guys the app that it works in. I showed you guys how it works with it, but that is an amazing piece of technology. You should, Sheila, you should. I want you to hook up all of your lights to it and tell me how long you can do it. Alright, you guys want to talk about this little handheld device? This is the 300 Plus. Now, we're showing you guys the 300 Plus in 2 variations. By itself for $279, which is a great price point. Just the package deal. 300 Plus for $279 is an amazing, amazing price point. But what I'm going to always tell you is get the package deal. Alright, so we have the package deal. It's going to be these 2 pieces. This is going to be the perfect camping or hiking trip device, right? This is perfect because it is definitely only 11 pounds. This will fit in your backpack. This can be carried along without a problem, strapped from your backpack if you need it. It's not a lot of weight, so you can actually do that. IP68 water rating, tri-fold design, quad panel. We'll show you guys that in a second. But you have 288 watt hours of power through this little device. This device can actually be charged in under an hour and a half of charge time, which is amazing. You do have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt in and out port. The other is a 15 watt port. You also have that 15 watt USB-A port and that beautiful 10 watt DC plug. Now, I'm going to power this on. With that being said, we're going to turn on a flashlight once it powers on, and we're going to turn, of course, let's get that flashlight to come on. There's that flashlight. So you could run this flashlight for a long period of time. Now, that flashlight does do SOS pattern as well and shuts off just by a switch. Has a beautiful handle, is a LiFePO 4-cell system. Now, with that piece, for how long can you run a car refrigerator with a 3000? This is not the 3000 V2. This is the 3000 Plus. Car refrigerator, let's say, that's a good question. Your car refrigerator is probably going to give you, I'm going to give you a range around 4 hours, maybe. 4 hours range if it's around 55 watts. Most of those car refrigerators are not that much. Now, if you're talking like an RV refrigerator, a bigger one, not that much. But if it's like the 50 watt little style, about 4 hours of runtime with that. This will run a 60 watt flat screen TV for about 4 hours. So That's your range with that one. Now, you could even do, let's say, a 15-watt Wi-Fi router for 15 hours, 18 hours on a 10-watt Bluetooth speaker. The light on the front can run for over 22 hours. So you have the range and all of that. It does work with the app. The app is completely controlled off of this, so you can individually turn them on and off. Now, 1 hour charge time on a wall, or 1.5 hour charge time on a wall plug, under 3 hours if you use the USB-C port. If you use this Mini 40 solar panel, 7.5 hours is what it's going to take to charge it. Now, that's actually kind of cool. Now, we're going to show you guys the solar panel that does come with this little 8-pound package. This is, of course, that solar panel. Now, this is the Mini 40. It's fully waterproof, water resistant with the IP68 rating, and does pop out and actually does very, very well. This is a nice solar panel that is very lightweight and perfectly paired with that system. So yeah, I'm going to tell you probably about 4 hours if it's around 55 watts or so. If it's a 60 watts, it's going to be about the same, let's be honest. Some of them, if it's bigger, it's going to be less runtime with that though on hand. So you have your variations and you have your devices. Now, we are slightly behind, so I got hiccups, guys. I do apologize. Yeah, there is the calculation formula with it, but you can do kind of the variations of that with your runtimes. Now, we're going to talk about the 600 Plus. The 600 Plus is another really cool, amazing little power station that does really, really well. And it's on the table down here. Now, this is another new product. Of course, the wind is blowing my tablecloth around, and it's making it look really funky. I do apologize for that. This is the 600 Plus power station. 632 watt hours of power at a $398 price tag tonight for the station itself. Now, with the 632 watt hours of power, you do have 2 AC outlets. Those AC outlets are going to do, of course, 800 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 1600 if you need be. You still have that one USB-C port at 100 watts, and of course, you have that one USB-C at 30 watts. You also have, of course, the USB-A 18-watt port and that 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. Just like the last device, it does have a flashlight on the side. It does 3 modes of brightnesses. It does work with the app and it has fully controllable systems. Now, it does have Charge Shield 2.0, and Charge Shield 2.0 is going to allow you to fully charge this device in a 1-hour charge rate with that. It's actually kind of cool. So it's just one of those things. Your 1-hour charge rate, Charge Shield 2.0, very, very amazing little piece. This is actually going to allow you to run multiple pieces without a problem. Now, what you want to run it, it's up to you. Let's say your 60-watt car refrigerator is going to run about 6 hours of runtime off of this, right? So your 10-watt Bluetooth speaker is going to be about 36 hours. Maybe you guys want to run a toaster. Let's be honest. I'm not going to run my toaster off of this. But if you want to, about an hour. Coffee maker, an hour. Projector, 5 hours. 520-watt refrigerator, a little over an hour. Flat screen TV back there is probably what I'd plug into it, about 8 hours of runtime. Laptops, great amount of runtime as well, about 7 charges off of that. So you're going to actually be able to charge your laptop with this one without a problem. Now, the station by itself is $398, but we also have it for $598 with the solar panel. The solar panel that comes with this is a new design. Now, this is going to be, of course, that Solar Saga 100-watt panel. This is a bifacial charging panel. You're going to see, of course, this beautiful kickstand right here that actually is very nicely well done. Now, of course, with that, it's got a kickstand on the back, so you can actually set it up with it. It's got, of course, clasps that hold it together. You'll just pop it open, and then you're going to be greeted with the panel. It is a tri-fold design. Now, you guys are seeing 2 panels. But if I really want to, you're going to see 3 panels. And if I keep going, and I know it's going to be hard for you guys to see, but there's all 4 panels. It is a super, super large panel. This panel is going to do 100 watts of charging at 18 volts for you. Now, this is an IP68 rating, which means it can actually be left out in the rain without a problem. It's not going to hurt the panel. Now, this is a beautiful panel that they actually did, and it's an amazing piece for that. So, if you need the 600 Plus with solar panel, there's an option for you. Right there. Lois, it looks I'm going to be a little over our time. Is that okay with you? Because I am running slightly behind with the products. I hope that's all right. If it's not, let me know. Okay, guys, we're going to move into the modular systems. Now, I call modular systems myself. Now, that's probably not what they call them, but that's what I call them because you can add batteries to these systems. We're going to start with the 1000 plus system. Now, the 1000 plus system is 1264 watt hours of power. This device can actually add batteries. Now, we're going to move, of course, up to the top part, and we're going to move over to the side, and we're going to start zooming on in right into that piece right there. That is the 1000 plus power station. Now, the 1000 plus power station is a beautiful power station that actually can charge in under 2 hours without a problem. Now, with that being said, under 2 hours on a wall plug is where it's at with this one. If you have multiple solar panels, about 4.5 hours of charge time with 4 of the 100 watt panels. This can accept 400 watts of charging. That's it, guys. Now, with this device, you're going to get about 4,000 charge cycles over the next 10 years on the life of 4 cells before it gets down to about 80% battery capacity. Now, with this, it has 3 AC outlets. Those AC outlets are going to do 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 4,000 watts. Now, with it, though, you're going to do, of course, 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts charging capability, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max, and, of course, that flashlight. This does work with the control of the app, which is actually beautifully well done. You can turn on all of these switches or off of them, do run times or do charge times, and change the charging. The system by itself is actually 20% off tonight. It's $679, which is a great price point. Now, where it's at is actually a very cool little deal where it's going to come with 2 of the 100 watt solar panels. So you're going to get that station and 2 of those solar panels for like $929. Amazing price point for that, though, if you really wanted to. But what we're always going to talk about is the 1000 plus kit. Now, the 1000 plus kit is the battery and 2 solar panels. So the battery that's sitting right above it comes in this kit. You just doubled your runtime. It's going to be 2,528 watt hours of power. It is fully linkable with the battery, of course, on hand. Now, the cool part about this system is you can actually add 3 batteries total. Those 3 batteries is going to allow you to do, of course, 5 kilowatts of hour power. Now, with anything over 3,000 kilowatts of hour power, if you have over that, you can actually reach out to your utility company and check on the green energy program to get a discount with this. Now, the battery, the system, and of course the solar panels are amazing package deal. With 2,528 watt hours of power, that means you're running your window AC like a 10,000 BTU, 1,150 watt window AC for multiple hours without a problem. A little about 2.5 to almost 3 hours of runtime with that. Now, with the system alone, without a battery, it's about an hour of runtime of the sort. Now, like I said, you can add extra batteries, though, up to 3 of those batteries. So total, you're going to have 4 batteries, which is a lot of power. This would be great for your RVs, camping, toy haulers, going to the racetrack, and doing vice versa of those things. It would even work for, off-the-grid living for smaller purposes because you could still run a good amount of stuff for that off of these systems. It's an amazing price point. It's 33% off tonight. It's $1,399, but we also have that 5% code that you can use for this piece. So the 1000 plus kit is an amazing kit for the system of the sorts. So with that, guys, really cool. Now, one thing I haven't talked about is how whisper quiet they really are. Most of these systems are under 30 decibels of sound. And let's be honest, a lot of that sound is from the switch turning on and off with that. So that's where it's at if you need. Now, we're going to talk about the 2000 plus system, which is actually down here and on the side. Now, this is their largest system. Now, I went a little too far. And I'm going to tell you, this is the largest system because it is fully modular. The system by itself is $1,299. It's a 64-pound package. Now, at $1,299, you're going to get 2,042 watt hours of power, but it's going to have, of course, those 5 AC outlets. Now, those 5 AC outlets do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000 watts. Now, with that 6,000 watts, then again, you guys can run your TIG or MIG welder off of this device. Now, just like the 3000 Pro sitting next to it, it has two large 3-inch wheels to roll it around, a telescopic aluminum handle in it as well to do that on top. Now, with it, you do have the dual USB-C ports and 100 watt max charging capability off of it, and two USB-A ports. With this device, you can fully charge it in 2 hours at a time on a wall plug or 25 hours on a car plug of the sort. If you want to do, like, say, 6 of the 200 watt solar panels, 2-hour charge time, fully charged, you're up and running. Now, with the device by itself, you should be able to run a window AC for a couple hours without a problem. You'd be able to run that 520 watt refrigerator for about 3 hours, or your CPAP machine for about 150 hours of runtime. For the TIG or MIG welders, about a half-hour runtime. For your weed eaters, about 2 hours, and of course electric drills, so on and so on. The device by itself, $12.99, great price point and an amazing price package. Now, you can also get it with a single solar panel, or you can get it with a dual solar panel. Now, the dual solar panel kit is $18.99. Now, the dual solar panel kit is going to be the station 2 of the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panels. Amazing panels, great price, great size, perfectly fit, and of course it's over $1,000. Use that extra 5% and save yourself some money. But what we're going to talk about is how modular and what you can actually do with this system. Now, with it, of course, guys, you can get it with a battery for $2,299. Now, that is called the 4000 kit. That is what you see right here on the table. It's the station and the battery above it. That battery, of course, is another 2,000 plus watt hours of power. It's 4,085 hours combined together between the station and the battery. Now, at a price point of that deal, that's actually a really amazing price point of $2,299. Where it's really cool, though, is guys, and I'm always going to tell you, go with the full kit. Go with the 4,000 kit. Get the 4,000 kit for an amazing, phenomenal price point of $2,599. Now, that full kit is going to be the station you see, the battery above it, and 2 of those solar panels, the 200 watt solar panels. Those solar panels normally run about $700 by itself. The battery by itself is about $1,000. Then, of course, you got the station. You see where you're saving money there, which is a great kit. The full kit is an amazing kit. Now, you can add more batteries to the station. You can add up to 5 total batteries on top of the station. So, at 5 batteries, you're going to have 12 kilowatts of hour power. 12 kilowatts of hour power means you can run your whole house for a day or 2 or more, depending on how much stuff you're running off of it. They thought about it, though. They said, hey, why don't we allow them to run these 2 systems parallel? So you can actually run 2 of the 2,000 plus systems parallel together and add 10 batteries. When you have the 10 batteries, you have 24 kilowatts of hour power. You also just doubled all of your plugs. So you have 10 AC plugs, you have 4 USB-C ports, 4 USB-A ports, and 2 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plugs. That's a lot of stuff that you can do. And of course, it's eligible to unlock the 30% tax credit through your utility company, through the residential clean energy program. You do have to reach out to them, tell them what you have. You'll have to fill out paperwork, and then they'll tell you if you're approved for it or not. So you do have to go through a process. So an amazing station by itself, guys, if you need. Now, we do have the battery tonight on sale, of course, by itself for $999. Normally $1,600. That's a 38% savings. So if you need a modular system of this size to run your full household, the 4,000 kit's definitely going to be a great option to get. So any questions about any of the solar systems or stations, please ask. Now, I believe that our carousels are slightly off put. Justin, my carousel's off. So we're going to show you guys the 100 prime solar panel. I have to get up for this. I have to grab the panel. We're going to show it to you. Now with this is their modular solar panel. This is their new solar panel. This solar panel is fully aluminum metal housing all the way around. Now, this is going to allow you to fix it and mount it to your RV, or your motorhomes, your sheds, or vice versa. It does come with the mounting brackets, comes with all the screws and hardware. It comes with a prefixed-in cable. The cable is 9.5 feet. The cable has, of course, the 3090 plug. It also has the Anderson clip, so if you guys want to add the Y splitter, it's there as well. With this solar panel, it's going to do about 25% efficiency in converting light to power with, of course, this piece. Now, it is a glass-style solar panel, so you do have this fixed panel, of course, with the metal housing that's permanently there. This is a great solar panel. The price point of the solar panel is actually at $179 tonight. It's a phenomenal price point of this. If you guys want a fully waterproof, water-resistant solar panel that can mount to your house and vice versa, the 100 Prime is a great piece. And it's not super heavy, guys. You literally can carry this around without a problem. It's definitely light enough to do that. So don't feel like you're adding a lot of weight to whatever you're mounting it to. So that is the 100 Prime. Now, I'm going to show you guys the hardware package for this 100 Prime panel. So this is the hardware package that's going to have your 4 mounting brackets to mount it to wherever you're mounting it. So you have the 4 brackets pre-bent, of course, with this, and it's going to have your 2 holes. These 2 holes are what you're going to tap to whatever you're mounting it to. Then you're going to have the single hole that's going to mount to, of course, the solar panel. And it's going to have this rail tray to hold it in place. So you have this piece right here for mounting it. It's going to come with your nuts and bolts to mount it to the solar panel. And then it's going to come with your metal self-tapping screws. Now, these self-tapping screws are actually sharp bit grabbed style. They're, of course, a nut and bolt style with a driver. It's going to come with a gasket, but I'm going to tell you guys, use a sealant with that gasket on top of it to make sure you don't have anything leaking through whatever you're mounting it to. So that is the full kit that comes with that device right there on hand. So cool little piece. Great options with the 100 Prime. I'm going to set that aside because I believe we're moving to the Mini 40. Now, that 100 watt panel could be used on pretty much a wide variety of devices, ranging from the 1000s to the 1500s to the, the 100 plus. Whatever you really want, it can plug into it. Now, we're going to talk about the Mini 40. This is a $99 price tag tonight. This Mini 40, fully waterproof, water resistant, tri-fold design, monocrystalline solar cells, quad panels, of course, like we showed you guys multiple times. Fully waterproof, guys. Don't have to worry about it. Leave it out in the rain. It's not going to hurt this little device. It's going to do 40 watts of charging, and it is $99. This is perfectly paired with the 100 plus system, the 300, the 240 V2, even the 500. This is definitely going to work well for those smaller panels, but it is a notebook-sized design. This can fit in your backpack. It's the size of a 3-ring binder that you would take to school or your kid carries around to school for that. It's a simplified piece that does very, very well. So if you guys are looking for a panel like that, the Mini 40, very, very beautiful option. I believe. All right. We have the 100 watt, the original 100 watt Solar Saga solar panel next. Now, this is normally a $300 price tag. It's $209 tonight, 30% savings. Now, this is, of course, the 100 watt Solar Saga solar panel. This device has 2 large kickstands that hold it open. One on that side, one on this side. Now, this is a bifold design, so it is a dual panel. Has, of course, a zipper pouch on the back. This zipper pouch does have a 9.5 foot cable with, of course, the 7909 plug and the 8020 plug. And it, of course, does split off and break down, so you guys can do that. It also has a USB-C port and a USB-A port to charge a phone or a MacBook right off of it if you don't want to connect to a solar panel. Now, with this, though, it is made from an ETFE laminated casing handle. It does have, of course, earth magnets to hold it shut. So you do have magnets to hold it shut. IP68 rating, so fully waterproof, water resistant. I just dropped my tripod, or my lighting on the, of course, knocked my lighting over. But this is going to do about 24% efficiency in converting light. Now, you guys can see I can grab the light just like that, and that's where it's going to grab the light, and it's going to start charging it. The lucky part is I actually just flashed that light back into the camera, so it's messing with the magnification. This is a large panel. This panel is going to do 100 watts of charging at 18 volts. This is going to do very, very well for a lot of stations, ranging from the 100 plus all the way up to the 1500 if you guys have the 1500 station. So really cool panel at a great price point for you. Now, with all of that speeches that I've said, we have one last product for you guys tonight, and that is their largest solar panel. Now, we're going to move over to an actual video of this in use. This is the 200 watt Solar Saga. This is normally a $700 price tag. It's $479 tonight. Now, this will actually work with the 1000 V2, the 600 plus, the 1500, the 2000 Pro, the 2000 V2, the 2000 plus, and 3000 Pro system. Now, this is, of course, a trifold design with quad panels. Now, it does come with, of course, an ETFE laminated handle and casing. It also comes with a pouch that zips up. And with this, it is a trifold design with quad panels. It actually has 3 kickstands. Those 3 kickstands are going to allow you to set this up in under 30 seconds of time. Now, you're going to laugh about that, me telling you that, because the very first time I did it, it took over 30 seconds. That's because I'm also recording and running back and grabbing cables and not realizing what I'm doing. It's just going to go there. Now, IP68 rating means it's fully waterproof, water resistant for harsh and wet weather without an issue. I apologize, everybody. This will actually do about 24.3% efficiency in converting light to power in a single panel. It's going to do 200 watts of charge rate at 18 volts. From the moment I connect up the cable and connect the cable up to the actual 3000 Pro you guys are going to see here, from the 10 seconds I turn it on and grab my camera, it's already grabbing over 153 to 154 watts of charge, which is actually a good charge rate. It's actually super fast, super agile, how quick it did it. Now, I do show the wattage really quick like and move away. Now, if I were to let it sit there for longer, that rate's going to come and climb up higher, depending on if I adjusted the solar panel a little better to grab the light. It's a simplified piece that's going to work well for a lot of you guys if you need and do amazing things. Now, I had to cough, so I'm muting my mic. With you guys, an amazing little solar panel. This is a larger solar panel. That solar panel weighs 21 pounds. So do know the 200 watt solar panel weighs 21 pounds. It's got a little bit of weight, a little bit of girth. It's going to take a little bit to carry. Now, with that being said, guys, we have a bunch of great deals for you tonight. We have that 5% off code you guys can use for anything over a $1,000 purchase. Get an extra 5% off. These deals are amazing deals that are perfectly well balanced and set for you. So if you guys need anything, put it in your cart, check it out later, and you guys can actually have fun with it. What I will tell you is, I will be back Monday night, or Monday morning actually. So Monday starts Prime Week, right? So we're going to be here multiple times a day. I'm going to be here Monday morning, Monday night. I'm going to be here Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, and I believe Wednesday, and so on. So you guys are going to see multiple times a day throughout those few days with that. I want to thank everybody for being here. As always, hit that follow button, hit that live notification button. When you hit that live notification button, you guys will know when we go live and we're doing these deals and showing you guys these very beautiful products. So is there any questions out there that need to be asked or answered before we go? I'm going to check all the chats. Hey, thanks, Darth. I appreciate that, buddy. All right, I don't see any questions, so I want to thank everybody for being here tonight, and we'll see you guys all Monday morning on the next show. Have a good one, everybody. Later.
Your next outdoor family adventure awaits. Exploring and adventuring to new places, creating beautiful memories. For your ultimate family experience, using clean and pure energy. Endless charging for endless possibility. Fueling all your outdoor needs. Our easy to set up solar panels offer clean and powerful energy. Pass-through charging means you can charge still fully enjoying your adventures. Experience your dreams with Jackery.